As I said before, my role can be administrating a building, caring for the building. So I'm constantly looking to see where there are leaks in the building, if there's what I need to repair. I'm becoming an expert gardener because I like to make the gardens and the grounds look very nice. That's the practical side. But the spiritual nature is really important, and at the moment I want to get more people involved in the parish, and that's not happening. So I've got a plan to do new rosters, because people aren't involved that much in the parish. My goal, I suppose, is to make the community more community orientated. So like this morning, I've instituted a cup of tea on Fridays after the Mass. And what I'm also going to bring into there is next week we start having morning tea and a knitting club. So I'm going to teach them how to do beanies, and I make a whole lot of beanies and I give them to people like the Cana community and St Vincent de Paul and to Matt Talbot Centre for the homeless. Probably the most important thing that I haven't even mentioned is the fact that I'm a man of prayer, and so part of my life is about prayer and praying for the community. So leading the worship, leading the Mass isn't just about, that's not the only prayer. I have morning prayer, I pray each morning in the chapel. So part of it is to try about that spirit of hope. I am a cradle Catholic, so I was born a Catholic, I was baptised. My grandmother was a housekeeper for priests for 17 years, so she had a great influence on my life as a Catholic. My dad was a convert. He became a Catholic to get married to my mum. My mum was Catholic, but even going back 2 generations before my grandmother, we were not a Catholic family. One of my great-grandmothers, I think was great-great-grandmother, she converted to Catholicism from something else. So in terms of the Catholic Church, we're quite a new Catholic family. I had a lot of influence from some very good priests. I had very good experiences with my parish priests, very positive experiences. I was a musician, so I started playing the organ and piano at church at the age of 14. I just found I found support there. I found a real sense of purpose in the church and in my prayer and in God. So that's probably where the influences come from. Yes to all three. So ageing population, definitely. Our church is ageing. We don't see, and this is not getting at you guys, we don't see your age group there. There are areas of youth groups which are very vibrant, and where I come from in Auckland, and I've just finished, as I said, 4 years of university chaplaincy. Most of my students that came to the university chaplaincy and came to the prayers there and came to the community would be Indian and Filipino, which is a big influx in New Zealand. So immigration here, I don't think the immigrants, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they can afford to live in the eastern suburbs.
Eastern suburbs are quite expensive.
Yeah. There's a lot of Pentecostal churches out there which provide really vibrant and lively services, and I think that's fine. If that brings people to God, I have no problem with it. I would like my church to be a bit more vibrant, and again that comes down to music. It also comes down to my preaching, and is focused on trying to give people hope again, whatever I preach on. But I think it's a huge influence. And the fact it's not just other churches, it's just life in general. There's a lot of competition out there. So first thing, I think it's really important to be clear about homosexuality as a lifestyle, not a choice lifestyle, but as a lifestyle. So the distinction between the church, and I know the Catholic Catechism, which is where you got that disordered, which is an awful description, and I disagree with the Catholic Catechism. I don't think homosexuality is what do they call it? A disordered...
Moral disorder.
moral disorder. I don't agree with that personally. That's a personal opinion. What homosexuals do in bed is where the problem lies for the Catholic Church. So a physical relationship is supposed to be between a woman and a man. We take that from the scriptures, and it's about the love that they share together as a married couple should, in a sense, be open to producing a child. That's the whole. So that's sort of really in a nutshell what the church sees for a physical relationship for husband and wife. So a homosexual couple don't do that. If they're in a physical relationship, there isn't the opportunity for children to be born from that. So that's part of the reason behind it. That's a very simplistic point.